What's up? What up? What up, y'all? Man, I should have did this the other day. Yo, your boy Frank D over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Providing y'all some insight. You know what I'm saying? Some commentary into all this madness that we got going on, all these scheduled staged events that we got going. Excuse me. Yeah, man. So what's good with y'all, man? You know what I'm saying? Why's my? How come there's no picture on the feed anyway? You know what I'm saying? Man, I don't really do what's his name, man. I don't really usually do the holiday stuff like that, man. But happy holidays to y'all, man, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Y'all represent or whatever. You know what I mean? All right, so hold up, right quick. Yeah, man, I'm over here live and direct. So I'm going. I'm gonna do another show tomorrow, man. And but I'm just just talking about this whole um, Jewish anti-Semitic thing. Um, I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, play y'all a little something, man. It's gonna be a real short video, so bear with me, man. So check this out. Yeah, man, live like NBA, like 95 live, baby, on the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Hold on for just a second, y'all, real quick. Hold up, man. Hold up, man. My bad. Oh shit. All right. All right. Yeah, man. So this whole thing is it's been got out of hand. It's been it's been got out of hand. This shit is just wild. It's been wild. I was been talking about this last time. I've been on a couple people's shows talking about this whole situation. But this is the thing right here. What's really going on with this? What's going on? Where's the players' union at? Where's the players' union at? You know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Where's Kyrie's lawyer? A lot of this stuff just seems, you know what I'm saying, it to be possibly to be maybe a staged, some of these staged events, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Um, you just got to be careful with stuff like this. I'm not saying it's staged. I'm not saying it's not staged, but it just seems, you just got to be really careful when it comes down to stuff like this. My thing is, I don't understand why this dude gave $500,000. But see, I can't even say this because the media. I can't really say this because the media is reporting one thing, man, and when the media runs with something, then it's something different. And it's a whole different story, right? So hold up for a second. Hold up, y'all. You got to watch out for the media, man. And then some of these YouTubers, hit you with the 2 point theory. Hey, Felicia, how you doing? How you doing? Oh, man, Felicia Lockhart in the building. In the building. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Hope your holidays and everything's going good. So you got to be careful, because the media hits you with social media, people on social media hit you with the 2 point theory, and they'll hit you with something that's something that's reflecting off what the mainstream media is saying, right? I mean, we all do that. We all, as content creators, we do that, but not like what I mean. What I mean, you see what I'm saying? Not like, I mean, I don't do a word for word. I'm not gonna. And plus, if I think something is kind of a stage or psyop, or something is just off putting, I'm not gonna really. I might not report on it at all. But even if I do, y'all know I break it down. I break down, from point A to point B, what I think or what seems like, is a controlled or staged event. So, yeah, man. So my thing is, where's his lawyers at? Where's the, you know what I'm saying? Where's the, the union? I mean, you pay union dues. It's a job. It's a career, actually. But, it's a job. You pay union dues. Where they at? You see what I'm saying? My thing is, you got people like Maya Lansky and Bugsy Siegel, some of these people that were actually Jewish mafia. See, this is the thing, right? They put us in the worst light all 24/7, 365 days a year. We're like the world scapegoat. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the United States. But it's like lets you know we don't have power, and a certain amount and a certain group of people do got power. These people, you know what I'm saying, have a lot of power, right? And influence, not just power, because what comes with that power comes influence. So this is my thing. Why is everybody being really just like nobody? It's just they're letting the double standard go. You know what I'm saying? They're letting the double standard, kind of like overshadow everything. So Maya Lansky, Bugsy Siegel, people like that were Jewish mafia members, not just gangsters, but mafia members. You don't never hear, you hardly hear the media target either Asian criminals or Jewish criminals. I noticed that, and you never at all hear them talking about Indian, Eastern Indian, or Pakistan, or just Middle East, or North African people committing any crimes or anything like that either. It's very interesting. There's always one group or a certain group of people that they always put on the world stage. So these people were actually gangsters, right? These people were no joke. Was it 30s, 40s, 50s? These people were really ruthless. But see, and what they did, they took away from the Jewish mafia and they put it on the Italian mafia and some of the Irish mafia. Because you can hear about Boston all day. You can hear about Boston all day. You hear about what's my boy's name? Man, he just got busted. Whitey Balder, right? You hear about him. A lot of people. Well, a lot of people know about Whitey Balder. He's no joke, right? He wasn't no joke, But then at the same time, he was an informant. That's what the movie The Departed was about. So it's just a crazy little situation and scenario how you see and how everything is turning out. Everything turns out, everything plays out. Just very interesting dynamic. But so what was really going on here, right? So I'm gonna be honest with you though. The reason why we don't hear stuff like this on the media because guess who is running the media? Guess who has a big influence on the media? That's that makes sense. That makes sense. If you have control over something, or power or control over certain things, then you're gonna definitely it's gonna show. It's gonna show. So yeah. So it's another thing too. So the last one I did Sarah Silverman in blackface, right? Sarah Silverman. So that was a pretty good one right there. So it come to find out that Jimmy Fallon has done some skits on Saturday Night Live and playing a black character, right? Robert Downey, Tropic Thunder, but Robert Downey Jr. I don't think he's identifies as that creed though. But you got Ted Danson, right? Had the blackface. You have Howard Stern. So I mean, this is the thing right here though. You could just mention these people or mention these creative people and you're in trouble, right? You have to apologize. But at the same time, we got to be careful because they're using these celebrities to do this, right? So you have to be really, really careful because they could just be in entertainment mode. They could be acting. They could be, you see what I'm saying? So you got to be really, really careful. So I'm gonna go in real quick and let me try to see let me find the Howard Stern and Jimmy Fallon. So let's do Jimmy Fallon first. All right, let me see. Let me try to find this real quick, y'all. So Jimmy Fallon. Let me see. Man, that should come up immediately. All right, so this is fair use. This is fair use, right? Fair Use Act, 1976. Basically, yeah, Fair Use Act. Fair Use Act, 1976, under Section 107. This commentary protects me from any copyright or strikes or infringement or anything like that from playing this video. This is basically and for commentary purposes, educational purposes, or criticism purposes. All right, so let's get into this real quick. Jimmy Fallon is, I think this is supposed to be like a little thing with Shaq. Let's go. Let's let's play this real quick. Hold on, let me share the screen real quick. Y'all see, you know. All right, let me see. Let's see how much of the double standard. Let's, you know.
People look up in the sky and say, what the hell going on up there? Do UFO live on other planet, phoning home like E.T.? Carmelo read on TV about white people getting deducted by aliens, sticking all kind of hell up their butt. And that's a damn thing. Now, Carmelo never seen no flying saucer himself, but if he do, that's going to be a spooky time. That's why Carmelo say government got to step up and give 102% to keeping them little green men off this here earth. Because the day them dudes stick something up Carmelo butt, well, that ain't going to be no good time for nobody, especially Carmelo butt. Listen up, E.T. You better stay the hell back. Nanu, nanu. Until next time, this here Carmelo.
Rock, now we're talking. Where is it? Man, oh man, read this book. I've seen Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and guess what? Not a lot of black folks on the show. Right. Not a lot of black folks on the show. You know why? Because black folks don't like to answer questions. Oh, they want to be millionaires, but you got to ask that kind of questions like, in 1981, how many grams of crack did Rick James smoke when he recorded Super Freak? Regis, you think the only way to get a brother on the show is to name it Who Wants $50 cash and a pair of Pumas?
So what do y'all, I mean, my thing is, what do y'all think about this? You know, you see how nobody ever brought this up. You know, to let you know that these, I mean, why would I talk about the media and everything and call them into a double standard without me not knowing that these people run the industry, right? The entertainment industry. The Warner Brothers, you know what I'm saying? Metro Goldwyn and Mayer, right? The Warner Brothers are actually four brothers, right? So we got to really be careful with, you know, that's what MGM Studios, Metro Goldwyn and Mayer. I think that's two people, right? Two partners. So I mean, we got to really be careful. You know, when you cast out spells, right? You cast out spells, and you know, you really like, you know, chant when it comes down to certain things like this, man. And you know, you bring in certain things like this in the ether, and you know, really just you got to really be careful, and it's really dangerous. Entertainment, right, is basically, you know what I'm saying, to you know, to enter and then keep you, you know what I'm saying, enter and then keep you, draw you in. So basically, you know, a lot of these words and stuff like that have a meaning, man, and you know, what we watch have meaning, what we listen to have meaning. But you know, a lot of this stuff hits you in your vibrational frequencies. It hits you in your subconscious mind. Or the music hits you, or the whatever hits you with this, what you see hits you with the subconscious mind, and the music is the vibrational frequency. So we gotta really be careful, man. You know, we listen to the negative. We wonder why negative stuff happens to us in our life, in our day-to-day life. But we, you know, you are what you eat, like they say, right? You are what you take in. You know, so we gotta really be careful when it comes out of stuff like that. So. Yeah, you don't see no backlash when it comes down to this. You know, I played the Sarah Silverman one last time. Howard Stern has one. Ted Danson is just like, it's just, you know, it's crazy because there's been times where there was Jewish shootings and stuff like that. And there was black people that saved the day from the Jewish synagogue shooting. So I really don't understand, you know, it's crazy. I just don't understand a lot of this stuff, man. A lot of these situations, a lot of these issues, man. You know, they're letting you know that we're really a lot of things that they're not and that they claim, right? So yeah, like I said, why would there be any backlash when these people are running the industry, right? And see, you notice it's the people behind the scenes that are running the industry, and then there's also a lot of actors that claim that creed. So y'all see how that works? So let me go in right here. Let me see. Let's try to find the Howard Stern one real quick. Let me try to find the Howard Stern one real quick. let me play something real quick. After I find the Howard Stern one, let me play something real quick. You can't really. It's funny because they're not showing. They're not really showing him in the blackface, right? But they're just talking about it. So let me see real quick. Let's see. Let me see. All right. This is for fair use, copyright. The Copyright Act, Section 107. This is basically protects me from any kind of copyright infringement. This is under Section 107. Basically, lets me play it for commentary purposes, educational purposes, criticism purposes. All right. So let's get into this real quick. And let me see.
Is the ticketing app for fans like Boomstick Lady? No free throw is safe.
That guy looks like an anorexic blowfish. I hate all the Trump children.
Trump Jr. said, oh, and on top of that, just to double down on it and to add insult to the hurt of the black people out there, he also used the N-word.
Whoopi done wrote everything I'm gonna hate that right, you smelly nigga.
Oops, sorry about that, y'all. Let me see. Let me share the screen real quick. Y'all see this? Y'all see it? Your boy Howard Stern.
I didn't write that.
And why is what's his name? Isn't that Sherman Hemsley? Why is Sherman Hemsley dressed like a woman? He's supposed to be Robin. Look how. See, and the thing is, man, we degrade ourselves, you know what I'm saying, as so-called black men, so-called. You know, and the thing is it's not, you know, the regular average Joe Schmo, you know what I'm saying, person that goes, clocks in and clocks out for work. It's not them. It's not us. It's these entertainers. It's these people in high up positions. It's people that have a prominent position that do that. It's these basketball players. It's these musicians. It's these actors that do stuff like that. So, I mean, you know, I can see, I mean, the thing is with the respect thing, you know, these people are supposed to be, not kind of represent us. So the thing is, the people that represent you don't have respect for you. Why should we? Just like the politicians, you know what I'm saying? The politicians, they have no respect for us. So why? And, you know, the rest of, you know, society probably feels, why should we? But see, those people don't really represent us, though. You see, it's a crazy dynamic. It's just, you know, psychological how they do it. It works just like why Obama was in office. They put him in office to really, really gaslight us and to really, really make it seem like he was going to do something for us. So you make it seem like he's going to do something for us, and at the same time, you have him put all types of crazy legislation, make the income tax rate higher. You see what I'm saying? Open borders. What else? You know, do all types of stuff for undocumented people. You name it, right? You name it, man. Basically did that Obamacare, which is ridiculous. You know, and then made it to where put you incentive and then tax you and stuff like that, which you didn't get it. It's really crazy. But he did a lot of stuff. Didn't do nothing for us though. But that makes sense. So you put somebody that looks like you. Looks like us in there that doesn't do nothing for us. That's a brilliant strategy. So look at this dude Howard Stern. But see, Howard Stern been dogging us out on the show. He been having really really awkward people that look like us, and then having the craziest names on the show like King of All Black and stuff like that. And it's just crazy. King of All Black, and it's just what does that mean, right? I forget the other dude's name, and you had Beetlejuice on there, which is really like a dwarf. You know what I'm saying? A short person, man, and you know they had him on there, and he really was humiliating him, and having him humiliate himself on the show. So we kind of seen this coming, right? So let's go.
You is a smelly nigga.
Furthermore, oh my God. And
Shout out to this cat in this channel, man. You know, y'all check out his channel.
And there were some things I didn't even notice at first. I didn't hear these details. Got the malt liquor and the chicken up in there too.
And is that a picture of Hattie McDaniel? When I was looking at it this time,
Y'all see how that? You see. So it's okay for them to do that. It is okay for them to do that. Right? So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? It really is crazy. But see, I'm not surprised, though. I'm not surprised. Why should we be surprised? You know, I just think the whole Hollywood thing, to be honest with you, is ritualistic anyway. You know. I think the whole Hollywood thing is ritualistic anyway. So you got the fried chicken, you got the malt liquor, right? Let me blow this up. You got the fried chicken, you got the malt liquor. Wow, you got a picture of Hallie McDaniel, right? It's just really stereotypical, and you have a man playing. Supposed to be, I think that's supposed to be Sherman Hemsley, right? I think that's supposed to be Sherman Hemsley. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, so we gotta go in right now. This is ridiculous, man. But, I mean, hey. Not surprised. Right? We ain't surprised over here. What the hell happened? What? So tripping? Oops, my bad.
and I was like, Jesus Christ, the offenses keep coming. There's a lawn jockey, there's Hattie McDaniel, like Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
man.
is he sitting on a watermelon? I mean, goddamn. So a lot of people. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Oh, let me get my sign out. CANCEL. Cancel. Howard Stern is no more. Get him out of here. This guy. How dare he? It is not the. How dare he at one time
Donald
being.
Trump and his son. You know, people. You know, I've heard Trump say stuff that appear racist. I've heard Trump. I mean, I think all these motherfuckers don't. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the thing is, when you keep calling yourself something you're not, somebody's gonna look at you crazy. Somebody's gonna treat you a little weird. But that's besides the point. Well, it's kind of not besides the point. But so the thing is, what do y'all think about that, man? It's just like, Donald Trump Jr. really called. This was like 2 years ago, by the way. Donald Trump Jr. really called out Howard Stern for being, you know what I'm saying, a piece of shit. So, yeah, man. Yeah, And he has Robin on the show say and act really ignorant. Not like stereotypical ignorant, but just, he'll say and talk about us and she'll just laugh at it, right? But imagine, look, if it was the other way around, you had somebody look like me and you talking and saying crazy stuff, right, on your platform, on your feed, and guess what? You got somebody of that creed, right, of that religious base, doing the same thing. It wouldn't look good, would it? Nah, it wouldn't look good. It would look bad. It would look real bad. I told y'all. You're not gonna get this from every YouTuber. You ain't gonna get this from everybody online. You're not gonna get this good stuff right here, right? You're not gonna get this information. See, people make video. Oh, Kyrie this and Kanye. I don't even know about those two. This could all be like I said. This could all be a part of something. They could be a part of it. So I'm not. I mean, you got to keep I ain't gonna say options open like it's dating or something. You got to keep an open mind when it comes down to stuff like this, man. You really do, right? Let's go with a little bit more. Let's go.
Blackface and continue to exist. Now, people, I'm not going to sit there
and you notice how Donald Trump Jr. says something about this, right? Okay, but see, Joe Biden, his son used the N-word, right? Interesting, like last year, right? So you see how that works? You see how? I mean, I don't mess with Trump or Biden, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, but still, you know, any kind of government entity, I gotta be cool off you. I can't, you know what I'm saying? But still, right? Let's go.
Defend this because the first thing y'all say is, well, you a big fan of Howard Stern, and you talk about these other people, but you let him slide with this.
I can't be no fan of no damn Howard Stern, dude. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it. You know, watched a couple of shows back in the day. You know, he had half naked women on there. He talked some shit. You know what I'm saying? May have laughed a couple times, but I just been stopped watching the show. You know what I'm saying? And then he moved it to satellite radio and all this bullshit. And, you know, he got off he was controversial. You know what I'm saying? And this is around that time. And I could care less. I stopped listening before he moved to the damn satellite radio. Y'all see what I'm saying? I could give two shits. Let's go.
Let me tell y'all something. And I'm gonna pass it on to Christian after this. But let me tell y'all something, man. I brought this shit up before with Howard Stern. Here's the funny thing. Y'all act like this shit is new. I brought it up, and I brought up in defense of other people. I said if you go at, I brought this up. There's a video that we did about James Gunn a while back. And my point was, I said, I don't like what James Gunn has been putting out there. I don't think it's funny. And yeah, it can be offensive, not to the point where I'm going to sit up here and act like, that he should be censored. Or act like, oh my God, this man has hurt humanity with these jokes. No, the jokes, they weren't funny. But my point was with the Christian, I said, if you go after James Gunn, you're going to start to have to pick and choose where you're going to start canceling other people too. If you start canceling, if you cancel James Gunn or try to get rid of him and fire him for things, then Hollywood and society in general, you're going to have to get rid of 90% of the population. If we want to dig up people's past, this is not the first time Howard Stern has done this, and you sat on this the whole time but didn't say a word about it. I pulled up all these examples, and I pulled up the usual suspects. I pulled up, of course, Tarantino, and I pulled up Mel Gibson. I pulled up a lot of other people I hardly bring up too. One of them being Howard Stern.
Remember Quentin Tarantino? He always, in damn near all his movies that he has to use the N-word all the time. And why is that? Why he always got to use that word in his movies? Y'all notice that? He always got to use that word. That's the go-to right there. Let's go.
That video. There was another video of Howard Stern out there where he was using the N-word and making it and using it as a joke. And on top of that, it was dirtier blackface. It didn't even look like blackface. He looked like Oscar the Grouch. He just woke up in a dumpster or something. But he
just got out of a coal mine.
Yeah, he was working in a coal mine. Yeah, he's like a Jewish porn star working in a coal mine. But he was in blackface and used the N-word, and nobody's even picking this one up. Oh, no. Nobody's even noticed this one. I played this shit a long time ago.
Nigga, right? Say it. Get it out. Nick.
People. My thing I got two things to say about this. I know that what Howard Stern was doing, and I'm not arguing on whether this is right or wrong. I know that he was doing a parody and a satire of what Ted Danson did with Whoopi Goldberg. And I told you guys, like, as long as you're doing a satire or something or a parody, or you're trying to say something, I would usually look at that and say, all right, I don't want to censor comedy. I don't want to sit up here and tell people what jokes they should do or not. I appreciate that he was doing that as a satire. At least he was trying to bring attention to something that a lot of people thought was fucked up. So it's not like he just did it out the blue. Again, this is not me defending whether it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it wasn't something he just pulled out the blue. It wasn't something where he was just being racist because he thought that blackface was funny. He was actually talking about this incident right here. So there was a point to what he was doing. But even if there wasn't, that was so long ago. Again, cancel culture to me is where people get upset and they want instant gratification right now. And they because of their heated reaction, They want this thing canceled this moment, what they see. Forget about all this other shit out here that they haven't seen. Or furthermore, forget about all the other shit that you like and you don't want to you don't want to cancel. If you get mad about somebody using the N-word, I've said a long time ago, I never liked Django Unchained because it ain't a matter of Quentin Tarantino just saying the N-word. I know people say, oh, he used that word because that's the way they talk in the past. No, that movie's a comic book film. And I tell you, Quentin Tarantino just loved using the N-word because he just likes to use the N-word. He wants to be black. He wants to be down. And if you ain't canceling all these other people out here, you can't start cherry picking and cherry choosing what you want to cancel.
Sorry, but okay. So let me play something real quick. All right, let me play something real quick. Hold up, real quick, y'all. Let me mute myself for just a second.
They didn't do that with Kevin Spacey. Men like Lord Cromwell interrogated more repeatedly. He's in favor of something, not because he said that he opposes something. He's being dragged. Because he refuses to say anything. But they claim his silence means that he's anti-Semitic, even though they asked him about the movie, and he didn't say anything about the movie either. So which one is it? Are we to take his silence to mean that he doesn't like Jewish people, or that he doesn't like the movie because he's been silent on both? And both of those statements cannot be true. There is not and has never been an anti-Semitic anything in the black community. For example, Walter White, leader of the...
Sorry about that, y'all. Fair Use Act 1976. I think I was muted. This basically protects me from any type of copyright infringement. So basically, under the section 107, it lets me report on this video for commentary purposes, educational purposes, or criticism purposes. Let's go.
The NAACP went to the UN and personally lobbied Ethiopia, Haiti, and Liberia to support the establishment of the State of Israel. Walter White, a black man representing an ostensibly black organization. And before there was a State of Israel, you had Walter White out there advocating for it. He was speaking louder than practically most of the Jewish population in the United States. Ralph Bunche became the first non-white person to be awarded the Nobel Prize due to his helping negotiate an end to the 1948-1949 war between Israel.
But see, my thing is, some of these, you already know, some of these people were obviously hooked up. They're probably, you know what I'm saying, definitely Masonic. They were definitely hooked up, you know what I'm saying? So, my thing is, as a so-called black man, you know what I'm saying, why were you not establishing more things for your people in the 40s, in the 50s, right? It was still under segregation, and you're doing that for these, for a creed of people, very interested in that. Very interested in. Let's talk about how those people that Other, the creed of people that look like me, Cut Dog, what's up? The people that look like me, right? In Ethiopia, right? I'm not saying those are directly linked to us or anything like that. Definitely distant. We got different distant ties, but not directly linked. But at the same time, people that have my type of melanin or get treated really bad in Ethiopia. I mean, in Israel, right? By these other creed of people. So it's really interesting, or the same creed of people, but a different complexion. So it's really interesting how that works. It's just double standard all over the place. All right, so here we go.
Israel and the Arabs. So you had one black man who led the effort to establish the state of Israel, and another black man who helped to ensure that Israel wasn't wiped out the moment that it was created. Gee, is this the black anti-Semitism that Goldie Taylor and the white media that put her up to it keep telling us about? At a time when black people were being lynched in the streets, our churches firebombed, attack dogs and fire hoses turned on us, at that same time, black leaders were fighting for the establishment of the state of Israel.
But my thing is that we weren't trying to fight to get our own, right? I can't really say that because we were segregated back then. Let me stop. I can't really say that. Maybe I should take that back. Right? Because we were segregated. We were better under segregation. Let me
trope that black people are anti-Semitic is a feeble lie, and the people who keep trying to push it, they know that what they're saying isn't true, but someone seems to think that this lie serves a certain purpose, that it's useful. And this trope is quite old. Hollywood was busy laying the groundwork for it almost 60 years ago. In 1964, the renowned director Sidney Lumet made a movie called The Pawnbroker. It starred Rod Steiger. You'll remember Steiger as having played Marlon Brando's brother in the movie On the Waterfront. He also played the racist police chief in The Heat of the Night. In The Pawnbroker, Steiger plays a Holocaust survivor who, after the war, settles in the United States in East Harlem, New York. You can probably already tell where this one's going. Steiger's character has nothing but disdain for his neighbors and even his own patrons, and while defenders of the film will point out that he is a curmudgeon who is spiteful of everyone due to his Holocaust experience, the movie makes it a point to show practically all the black characters in a negative light. The movie has Brock Peters playing a character named Rodriguez, who uses the pawn shop as a front for his racketeering. And the movie's climax has a gang of thieves led by a black man who come to rob Steiger's store. The theft results in Steiger's white Hispanic assistant being killed in the process. I won't say the movie was dripping with anti-black racism from first frame to ending credits, but the filmmakers made it crystal clear that black people hadn't...
Why would they make a movie like that back then about a Holocaust survivor, right? Obviously these people was treating us that way. Right? Why would you play a movie or make a movie, you know what I'm saying, about a Holocaust survivor and then make him have disdain for people that look like us in Harlem? Obviously because that type of stuff really existed, and that's how these people really felt about us. I told you about Lulac in LA with the Mexicans. I pointed that out to you, right? We all know the Stop the Asian Hate last year, a couple years ago. We all seen how that turned out. The LA riots with us and the Koreans, right? None of these people give a damn about us. They never will. They're not. They just want us to keep being consumers to them, right? They want us to be the stereotype to them. We got to really wake up and learn this. But see, how are we going to do that if we're not coming together? We don't even speak to each other on the streets. We see each other. We don't even say hi. We don't even speak. We're not even cordial. So how are we even going to get to this far? I don't know. Let's keep going. And I'm about to close this mug out real quick, man.
Done this Jewish pawn shop owner any favors. Black people were presented in this movie as being uniquely antagonistic towards this grumpy but otherwise harmless Jewish merchant. Now, this was back in 1964. You did not have any examples of any antagonism or conflict towards Jewish.
Oh, well, the other dude, that other time was a little like around segregation, but this is pushing after segregation, right? They were pushing civil rights stuff like this by there, which is really the stupidest thing. You ever really think about it? You know, you really want to, you doing all this and pushing all this stuff just to take a shit next to somebody is really crazy. You must think that they're superior while you're inferior. If you want, but see, that's what these so-called black misleaders did. These black misleaders did that. They pushed you. They brainwashed you. They put this in your subconscious mind, and right to want to be next to these people. They push it in your subconscious mind to where these people are superior, right? Hence, white supremacy. The white supremacy is a theory because these people are not superior to you. If you're the real everything, how the hell are they superior than you, right? Just because they have the upper hand now does not mean they're superior. If this is everything is more spiritual, if this is all spiritual, how are they superior? Because this flesh living right here is not spiritual. This is flesh living right here. We're in this realm is not. You know what I'm saying? So let's just be honest. Let's just keep it 100. Right? Let's go on. I'm gonna close this out.
Americans by African Americans at all. This movie was a work of fiction right up there with sci-fi. Black people are not anti-Semitic and cannot be because racism requires power. And black people have no power in this society.
He's right.
We don't have the power to attack anyone else.
Right. He's right. You know what I'm saying? People like Neely Fuller say that. People like Claude Anderson say we have no power. So if you don't have no power, you can't influence. We're not influenced. We're not running nothing. Even if we were running some, even if we did have a little bit of power, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have ownership over things like these particular people do. So it's really interesting how this is working out, man. This dynamic is really crazy. It's wild. I'm not surprised. But he's right. You know, he's right. That's why you can say all types of stuff about us. Even our own people could do that. But you say one thing like, oh, they own stuff or they run stuff. Man, you know, there's a lot of them in Hollywood. Damn. You can talk about Mexicans all day. You can talk about, well, sometimes you can. You can talk about us all day. You could talk about, you know what I'm saying? You know, we can't really talk about Asians. But you could talk about everybody, a lot of other people, but certain groups that you can't talk about shows that they have power and influence. The LGBT community, you cannot talk about them because guess what? They have power and influence. These people be buying their politicians, people. They buy their politicians.
We don't even have the power to defend ourselves. What's happening to Kyrie Irving right now is happening regardless of what the black community says on any front. Black people do not have the power to do to anyone else what's being done to Kyrie Irving. Here's two examples, Don Imus and Donald Sterling, both white men who were caught out making racist remarks about black people. Now, what black person had the power to punish either one of them? Not a one. What black person had the power to take their money away from them? Not even one. What group of black businesses and corporations ganged up on these guys and said, we're going to run you out of town and we're going to make your names mud? None, because there's none who had the power to. When calls came for Imus to be suspended, if not fired, black people had to go to the owners and operators of the white media, and in the case of Donald Sterling, the almost exclusively white owners and management of the NBA. Black folks had to go to these non-black entities, hat in hand, begging them to do something about their respective races. Black people were completely unable to do anything about either one of them. Now compare that, on the other hand, to Kanye West and Kyrie Irving. Both of them are being accused of anti-Semitism, and in the case of Kyrie Irving being accused of anti-Semitism for having not said anything at all, for having not done anything. Is there any Jewish American who had to go to the black community to take Kanye West's music deals from him? What black person did the Jewish community have to go through in order to get his clothing deals taken from him? Did Ari Emanuel, whose brother Rahm Emanuel presided over the cover-up of the Laquan McDonald murder, did he have to go to even one black person to get Kanye's finances thrown into chaos? Same thing goes with Kyrie Irving. When these empty accusations...
Check out Professor Black Juice channel. Shout out to him, man. He be going in on these little 20, 30-minute videos he be having. You know what I'm saying? He really goes in.
Anti-Semitism were leveled against him. There was no black person who the Jewish community had to go to in order to get something to be done about him. It was done regardless. Black people didn't have the power to prevent Kanye or Kyrie from being piled on or to stop the white powers that be from doing whatever they wanted against them. Kanye said something that offended many in the Jewish community, and they had the power to punish him themselves. Kyrie didn't even say anything, didn't do anything. He merely retweeted a documentary or movie or whatever that had content that certain people took offense at. Kyrie Irving didn't direct that movie, didn't write it, didn't fund it, didn't produce it, didn't even tell Amazon to put it on their website. He merely put out a tweet pointing to it. And then all this largely phony outrage took place with the NBA commissioner in the end having to admit what we've known all along. Kyrie Irving is not anti-Semitic. But even the NBA's own Jewish commissioner admitting that Kyrie Irving is not anti-Semitic isn't going to stop this train, because it's not about anti-Semitism, it's about demonizing black people. So now there's a follow-up campaign saying we need to get that movie purged from Amazon.com because it's hateful and blah, blah, blah. Well, in that case, then, we need to remove all such movies like that, don't we? None of these people are going into hysterics about the jazz singer.
Al Jolson, everybody forgot about that, right? Playing blackface in the early 1900s. We forgot about that. We forgot about that. See, they could mock us, but see, and they have us mocking us, and they have us making a damn fool of ourselves because they run the record industry. Guess what? They took away all the positive hip hop. They took away the R&B with people that look like us, the male and female. And now it's a bunch of white and Hispanic and whoever, not even Hispanic, but a bunch of white R&B people. Yeah, it's like popish now. It's not really no R&B no more. And the positive hip hop now it's just all gangster rap, kill, murder, kill. It's not, I don't even really call it gangster rap. It's just purge rap, right? Death rap, spiritual, chant, satanic, cast spell rap. That's what it's called to me. So yeah, they got us embarrassing and humiliating ourselves and degrading ourselves, and they could do it. So interesting how they do it on two sides, right? And nobody say nothing about that. If you say something about that, you anti-Semitic. The Semites don't look like them.
That movie, of course, starred the infamous Al Jolson, whose name has become synonymous with blackface. In the movie, Jolson portrays a Jewish entertainer who runs around doing a blackface routine. And by the way, the jazz singer was put into the Library of Congress by the National Film Registry, which means the nation's taxes will go to preserve one of the most anti-black racist films of all time, and the American Film Institute ranked it among the best American films of all time. But here's my question. Why is it that a movie that nobody even heard of before Kyrie Irving merely retweeted it one time is seen as the sum of all evil? Meanwhile, a putridly, blatantly, infamously racist movie like The Jazz Singer is not being held in the same contempt, not being attacked. The Jazz Singer is on Amazon, and no one's objecting to that. Well, at least no one who's black anyway. No one's calling out this blatant pile of anti-black racism. In fact, it's only praised and lauded by people who love it precisely because it's a blatant pile of anti-black racism. They don't care about that reeking pile of celluloid. They only pretend to like it for the same reason all these racists pretended to support George Zimmerman and Kyle Rittenhouse, because they understood that their support was an anti-black message. And I think that someone ought to be asking just how many of those team owners in the NBA have watched things like Song of the South, Birth of a Nation, The Jazz Singer. How many of those NBA owners consider those racist works to be American classics? Now, the people who retweet and support that crap like The Jazz Singer and who praise it, they're not punished at all. Nothing happens to them. You would think that the Anti-Defamation League and the Ari Emanuels would be horrified that a movie like The Jazz Singer, which is only known for depicting a Jewish character running around in blackface, well, you think they'd be raising hell about it. None of them are demanding that Amazon take it off their website. None of them are demanding to know who put this garbage in the National Film Registry. None of them are demanding to know who at the American Film Institute thought so highly of this filth. Maybe we'd see Ari Emanuel's name, perhaps, if we started asking who elevated The Jazz Singer to such heights. Who was it who decided that it was worthy of all of this praise and awards and honors? If we asked who at the American Film Institute thought so highly of this garbage, maybe perhaps Ari Emanuel's name might come up. God knows he's been in the entertainment business long enough. The Jazz Singer is a racist delight, and there's more than a few racists out there who are supporting it openly and behind the scenes. No one's trying to get The Jazz Singer removed from Amazon or demonize the people who like it, because this isn't about fighting bigotry. It never was. It's about the thing it's always been about: The predictable drumbeat of claiming that black people are the real racists. Because once you say that, why, you can also say that black people can be mistreated with impunity. Because, after all, black people are no better than the very racists who are attacking them, right? Last year, the trope was black people are responsible for attacking every Asian person in America. This year, it's all of black America is anti-Semitic. Next year, it'll be something else. Because this is political. It's about attacking the black community by proxy. Me Too went from being about Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer, Les Moonves, and Charlie Rose to somehow being about Bill Cosby. Except nobody held Weinstein up as an example of something wrong with his religion. Bill Cosby, on the other hand, was immediately linked to the black community as a whole. All of the racist tropes that these white supremacists in the media normally couldn't get away with saying.
Right, he's going in, he's right. You know what I'm saying? It's two big double standards. Why is nobody going at Netflix for it, right? Why is, it's crazy, man. I mean, the bottom line, the moral story, they could do what a lot of other people can't do. I mean, that makes sense. You run media apparatuses, you run entertainment, so you could project and stuff like that and put out some narratives, any type of narratives when you want and how you want it. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy. So yeah, so I'm gonna do another video tomorrow. It might be probably about something else, but I might do another one. A little bit about this too. But I'm definitely going on these shootings, right? These mass shootings, man. I'm gonna go in and let y'all know and show y'all, man. Don't trust the media, man. These mass shootings are nothing but just distractions. These mass shootings are just stuff just to to keep you scared, right? Just to keep you in line, keep you in check. And basically just to let us know, you know what I'm saying? Just to keep you in fear, man. And just to, pretty soon they're gonna push an agenda. You see what I'm saying? They'll push an agenda soon. They'll push some kind of legislative or ban or something like that soon. It'll happen. Just by and you notice a lot of this stuff is still happening after the election, right? Right after the election. It's just like you was having a lot right before the election. So we can't be fooled and we can't be distracted by this type of stuff, right? So I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Just stay vigilant, man, and share this out to y'all social media. If y'all not subscribed, subscribe to this bad boy. Share this out. If you want, throw a comment in here. You know what I'm saying? But share this out, man. A lot of people need to see this. A lot of people need to see the double standards in this type of stuff, all right? So I'm going to holler at y'all, man. And, so I'm going to do a show tomorrow. I'm going to let y'all know what's good, all right? All right, YouTube, I'm going to holler. Peace out. Y'all stay cool and happy holidays. You know what I'm saying? If y'all do the holiday thing, all right? All right.